Hey, what's up guys, it's Carson, and today I'm going to do the gender tag video. I feel like this is a good first video to introduce myself. I've made this video once before on a previous channel, but I didn't like the name that I picked for myself, nor did I agree with my video almost immediately after making it. When I really thought about it, I feel like I was just kind of lying to myself, and I don't agree with the identity that I thought I was at the time. Confusing, trying to find someone's self. Yeah, that makes lots of sense. Anyway, so I just want to go ahead and redo it on this channel. This was originally made by Ashley Wild, so do want to give credit where it's due, just in case you didn't know that. So anyway, prompts are on their website, and let's get started. How do you self-identify your gender, and what does that definition mean to you? So I self-identify as female to male trans, what that means to me. And I thought this always meant this, but I feel like the definition of FTM and MTF might be changing, which I don't like because it just makes sense to me the way it is that I feel that I was born the wrong sex. I feel like sex and gender are two separate things. Sex is your biology. I'm bio-female. I was assigned female at birth, and I feel that I should have been born male. I feel that I should have come out with a penis. I should have gone through male puberty. I want to just be male biologically, bio-male. That's what I want. That's what I feel that I should have been. But gender's in the head, and I feel that, gender's how you feel on the inside. So inside, I feel that I should have been male. That's what it means to me, but I don't know. A lot of videos I've watched lately just leave me really confused. I'll make a whole video about that. 2. What pronouns honor you? Well, unfortunately, she, her, because I don't pass as male yet. I'm not on T. Hopefully in the future it'll be he, him. I don't care if you say they, them, but I don't particularly go by them. I mean, sometimes I wonder, if you didn't hear me talk, which I do feel like when I speak in a video, I feel like I'm making my voice lower than it is when I talk to people in real life. I am super flamboyant, and I'm I don't know, I don't want to look, I'm not gay, actually I don't really know what I am, and it's not like it would bother me if I'm gay, or if people perceive me if I'm gay, but I'm feminine. I still have a lot of my feminine mannerisms, I don't know, so, but I try to be a little bit more masculine when it's to a camera, and I definitely feel like my voice is lower in videos, and it's almost like I can't help it, but I feel like if you couldn't hear me and you just perceived me in a picture, would I pass? Because I don't know, Reddit, there's just a lot of selfies all the time of people going, do I pass? Which I've never put one up because I feel like I already know the answer is no, so I don't need a bunch of people to tell me no, or be overly nice and say yes when I know I don't. So that's why I don't go by he, him, because I don't want to go by pronouns that I identify with, but I don't pass with. I just feel like it would be weird. That's just me. Describe the style of clothing that you most often wear. Clothes is something that I've been having a hard time finding what I like. I've gone through definite phases in high school. I was a skater boy, and then when I detransitioned socially, I kind of went to a band chick, I guess. So I wore a lot of skinny jeans and band t-shirts, and that was pretty much what I wore for a really long time. And now that I'm kind of socially detransitioning back, transitioning back, I don't really know what that would even be considered. Really trying to find what looks good on me and what makes me feel comfortable. When I originally started wearing men's clothes again, I was going for really tight preppy clothes. I felt like it was kind of accentuating my female body though, and I didn't like that. I guess this is kind of a skateboard shirt. I don't really skateboard. I can. I wish I was good at it, but I'm not. But I feel like I like black for sure. I think black looks good on me. It's one of my favorite colors, and it's very it's slimming. It hides things. I still have some band shirts, but right now I mostly wear stuff from Zoomies, just skatery style, but I hope I'm not too old to wear that stuff, so yeah, I'm having a hard time finding my style, but if they mean men or men's, like specifically. Talk about choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you shave or not shave? Okay, so body hair, I don't grow any, like I said, pre-T, and I honestly think that my T levels, even for a female, are low. Like, comparing my mentalness to high school, like my sex drive, and just like even my leg hair is a lot thinner, and my sex drive is almost like non-existent compared to where it was in high school. So I just feel like I have signs of low testosterone. So I don't grow any body hair at all. And then how do I style my hair? Well, I thought it looked kind of cool today. I blow dried it, blow dried it, don't know. Which I usually air dry it, so I usually don't get like as much wave and stuff, but I do need a haircut. I mean, it looks fine on top, but I do feel like the sides and the back are getting a little long, and I don't really like that. But this is pretty much just how I style my hair. I have been pretty much regularly asking for disconnected undercuts, but I kind of think they look really butch on me, like they just look very lesbianish, so I might not go super disconnected next time. It's not very disconnected anymore because it's pretty grown out. I haven't got my hair cut in like at least a month or longer. Yeah, I'm trying to find a haircut that I like because I've had short hair for a while, but it was either just like Justin Bieber shaggy or a pixie cut. So I'm trying to find like a man style that I think looks good on me, and then trying to get a hairdresser to understand that is just, you know, another fun part of, yes. So, and then, do you have facial hair? Okay, if I don't have body hair, I don't have facial hair, so that's also a no. And then what do you shave or not shave? So I really don't shave anything. I haven't shaved my legs in like a year and a half. I love my leg hair. Now, armpit hair is just one thing that I'm kind of struggling with accepting. I feel like women, if they don't want to shave, shouldn't have to, but women are just told in society that they should be hairless, especially in the armpit area. And I would say, yeah, I'm a little bit like self-conscious of what people think of me. So to get over that, I've grown it out for like a month or two, and then I'll shave it, and then I'll grow it out for like a couple weeks, and then I'll shave it, or it was just regularly shaving it every single day, or at least every other day. So like once I can start to get used to stubble, and then like kind of a little bit past stubble, it's a little bit easier to get used to. I think the last time I made it about 2 to 3 months, and then I just shaved it pretty recently, and now I'm like kind of growing it out again. So yeah, there's that. Number 5, talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? And what soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? So I do actually wear makeup, but I pretty much only wear makeup to make my skin look better. Most people don't know that I wear makeup, so I wear foundation, concealer under my eyes. Got some bad dark circles and have my whole life. It just must be genetic, or I'm unhealthy or something, and concealing them only helps like a little bit. But yeah, I would just rather wear concealer than nothing. I'll wear foundation to even out the skin tone, powder to do the same thing. I contour my jawline and cheekbones. Like, I have a little bit of natural contour there, but I just kind of like accentuate it to give it more of like masculine contouring. I do think that my jawline is not exactly masculine, and I really noticed that when I looked at my driver's license photo, and I thought I looked really fat in it, and I was like, I've lost a lot of weight since then, but I don't like my jawline, so I try to like darken it here so that it looks a little stronger. I don't actually know how well it works, but I try. I fill in my eyebrows. They're blonde. You can't see them at all if I don't fill them in, and then I thicken them with a volumizer. I don't know that it looks male or female from like a distance, but it makes me feel a little bit better. And then I do take a little bit of mascara, and I bring my sideburns down just a little bit. I mean, I'm not trying to make it look unrealistic. Like, I bring it to like right here. it just makes me feel a little bit better. I don't know. I've just started doing that, so like no one's giving me any feedback on it. Do you paint your nails? No, and I've never painted my nails. Like, I have never, ever, ever liked it. I can always paint my left hand perfectly fine because I'm right-handed, and then my right hand would just be like super sloppy and it'd have paint all over the skin, and then it would chip, and I'm OCD, and I just never liked it. I've pretty much, like, since I lived as a girl, painted my toenails because, again, something girls are supposed to do, but I didn't last year because that's when I started feeling like, you know, I'm going to be who I want to be. And then I spray tanned in the summer, and I didn't wear anything when I went and spray tanned, and all the spray tan absorbed into my toenails, so now they're super orange, so now they're painted skin tone color till that grows out. So we're like almost there, but yeah, don't make that mistake. At least wear skin tone color or clear if you're gonna go spray tanning, because that's a thing. What soaps or perfumes do you use, if any? So I primarily use either men's or like gender neutral scents. Actually, I have some things. It's a little ridiculous how many like deodorants I have right now, but I didn't like the scent of this one so much. So this one's, it's men's, but it literally just smells like lemon, which it's not a bad scent, but I didn't want to smell like lemon. Then I have this for the summer, sandalwood scent. So I would say, even though this is technically in the men's department, it's kind of just neutral, clean scents, which is what I go for. And then right now I have it between these two. Oh my gosh, this deodorant was expensive, so I don't know if I'll keep buying it. This one, again, technically listed as men's. This is citrus and herbal musk. And then this one, which is a little bit cheaper. So these are natural deodorants. These don't have antiperspirant in them, which I try to use because I think it's healthy. But so this one is, it actually doesn't say the scent. It says water and wood. So I'm guessing it's probably sandalwood or cedarwood. But like I said, it doesn't say. But again, these, even though this one's men's and this one I think really is probably considered more of a men's deodorant, but like I would say they're both really honestly gender neutral. They just smell clean. And then for fragrance, so I actually really like that American Eagle. So this is blue. I don't know how well you can like see the color. They recently, like within like probably the last year, released a whole bunch of scents by color, and they don't want to label these scents as a gender. So it goes pink, silver, blue, green, black, or might go green, blue, black. But essentially the black was the most masculine smelling, and then the pink was the most feminine smelling, but it was listed for anyone can have anything. I think this one is directly in the middle of the blue, or it might be one more on the masculine side, which I would say, yeah, it smells pretty masculine, but it's not overly powerful. I also do have the green in the body spray, which yeah, I think is a little bit more neutral. All of them smell pretty good. I mean, the black and the pink were the two that I probably wouldn't go for because it was like super masculine smelling or super feminine smelling. But overall, yeah, I just pretty much go for gender neutral, clean scents. Have you experienced being misgendered? If so, how often? So I feel like this question's really hard to apply to someone who is pre-transition because I feel like it's an automatic yes or an automatic no, depending on how you look at it. Like, do I get missexed? No, I still use female bathrooms. I don't even get double takes in there. I've gotten called sir like once or twice from the back, and then like I turn around and I'm sure there's like, oops. Like, so no, I don't feel like I get misgendered, but missexed, or no, I don't know. That I'm just gonna like skip over this question because it's hard to answer that as a pre-transition person. Yes. 7. Do you experience dysphoria, and how does this affect you? Yes, absolutely. My biggest dysphoria is bottom dysphoria, and it always has been. When I get out of the shower, first thing I do is put on underwear, and then after I put on underwear, I gotta put on boxers over it because I gotta have like double layers in between me and my female area because I hate it so much. You know, there are some YouTubers that have made videos, and I think it's interesting for them to say, or I've read even people on Reddit or just anywhere, that they don't have a lot of bottom dysphoria because they can just block it out. They don't sit there and think about what it's doing. I think that was actually something exactly that Ty Turner said in one of his videos was, yeah, I'm a guy with a vagina, but it doesn't really bother me because it's not like I sit there and think about what it's doing. But for me, like, I'm very aware that I don't have a penis and that I do have a vagina. Like, it's so obvious. I have a lot of medical conditions down there too, so I mean, that doesn't exactly help. I got diagnosed with vulvar vestibulitis. I had to have surgery to fix that several years ago. I think I probably have other, chronic issues. Like, I have always had issues down there, and I hate admitting that because the thing is when you have any kind of disorder in the vaginal area, people either assume one, that you're just dirty, or two, that you have STDs, which neither are true for me. So I don't go around telling people stuff like that, but it really increases my dysphoria when I'm just kind of constantly aware that it's there and it hurts a lot down there, or it's just generally uncomfortable down there, and there's only so much doctors can do. So maybe if I didn't have those conditions, then maybe I wouldn't have as much bottom dysphoria, but I really want a penis. I do have top dysphoria. Not nearly as bad as a lot of other trans guys. Like, other trans guys act like if they don't get their boobs cut off, they are going to kill themselves, which is how I feel with the bottom area. With the top area, I mean, I'm pretty large chested. I'm definitely at least a C, if not even pushing a D cup. But I always wear something to compress them, whether it's a binder or a sports bra. And even though sports bras don't flatten, they still compress, so I can't really feel them as much. And also, I guess I don't look at it as breasts aren't exactly necessarily female. Most females get them, but not all do, and some males get them, but most males don't. But the thing is that no males are born without penises unless it's an intersex condition. So I feel like I want to be male. That is the most thing that makes you male, and I'm missing it. Where some males do develop gynecomastia. So yeah, but like I said, I'll wear a binder, and I mean, it does okay, especially with a baggy shirt. I don't think you can see them, but most importantly, I really can't feel them. Now, I do want to get top surgery mostly because binding is really starting to kill my back. I've been binding for about 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's just because that's what I work for over a year. And it's just starting to get where it hurts. My back hurts. Some days I feel like my body is really telling me you really shouldn't bind, but it's getting to where I feel like I can't leave the house and not bind. So other dysphorias, I mean, I don't really have voice dysphoria. I know it sounds feminine, but it doesn't super bother me because I'm not passing anyway. I don't experience a whole lot of social dysphoria either. I mean, in some situations, which I feel like this sounds weird, but I did read someone that said this on Reddit recently, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only person that experiences this, but they said there was a lot of kidnappings and rapes and stuff in their area, and in that sort of aspect, yes, I feel social dysphoria. There are some instances where I feel like a piece of meat, even dressing as masculine as I do. If I go to a bar or, any kind of situation like that, yeah, I feel like I do, I guess, have a little bit of social dysphoria as a female, because I just don't trust a lot of men in those environments, because I've already had a lot of bad experiences with men, even with other men there. You can bring a boyfriend, your dad, and they'll be like, hey girl, what's up? Go away. My dad's right there. Hey girl, what's up? So, you want to go outside? No, I don't. I don't like you, man. They don't take the hint. Tell you my dad's right there. That actually happened to me once, not even kidding. Okay, question 8. Talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child if that were an option? Do you want to be the primary caretaker? I don't want kids right now. I mean, I might in the future, and if I have kids, most likely gonna adopt, or I'm gonna have to go through a surrogate or something. Would I want to carry? Absolutely not. And I have a lot of controversial opinions on transgender topics such as this one, and the fact that it really kind of irks me when someone says that they are female to male trans and they're like, oh, but I'm totally okay with getting pregnant and I'm okay with my vagina. And I'm just like, what? If you identify as female to male, like I said in the beginning of this video, want to be a male, males don't birth children, they just don't. And that is the biggest difference between males and females. Your reproductive system, it is what makes us different. So if you say that you could be okay with getting pregnant and birthing a child, I don't see how you could identify as a female to male trans. You could probably fall somewhere into the non-binary category, but to say like, oh no, I want to be a male, but I don't want a penis, and I want to have kids the natural way. Yeah, I couldn't do it. It would honestly make me ridiculously dysphoric to the point to where, and I hate to say this, I feel like there's a chance. Well, I've already struggled with suicide a lot of my life, and I think that would make me super suicidal, and it's actually really hard to think about the fact that I would want to take my own life and another life with me, because there is no way I could carry a child. It's just not me. So people who say that they're okay with that, I don't know, that just really just makes me feel like super, I don't understand you, which I'm not trying to invalidate people. I just don't think that the FTM title really fits you if you're like that. That's how I think. And number 9, talk about money. Is it important for you to provide for a family financially if you have one? Do you need to earn more money than your partner? Do you like to pay for things? Or are you uncomfortable when people pay for you? I've always had the female role here, so unfortunately never been able to be on the other side of this. I've always made less money than my partners. I've always had boyfriends. It doesn't matter if we work for the same company or not, because I've had 2 relationships where I've worked for the same company. Men just generally make more money than women, so usually they pay for more. It doesn't necessarily make me uncomfortable. I would like to be able to provide, but I've never been in that position, so. And then 10, is there anything else you want to share about your experience with gender? So my next video is probably going to be my experience with gender, because I'm seeing a lot of detransition videos, and for me, I knew from early on that I was trans. I had a very typical trans childhood. I started to transition around 11 or 12. I lived as a male all the way up through 18. Socially detransitioned for a lot of reasons. I mean, I just was starting to look very female. I wasn't passing. I didn't have really any opportunity to go on testosterone to keep pursuing the transition. Safety reasons, unsupportive friends and family. So I socially detransitioned, and I've lived female for the past 10 years thinking that I could maybe make that a phase, and I honestly could live female if I had to. I've done it, and in some aspects, honestly, living as my birth sex is easier than being trans or transitioning. I mean, I'm afraid to transition like I want to because it's what I feel on the inside, but being trans sucks, and transitioning's hard. I'll also make a video on why I'm pretty freaking terrified to transition, because I already suffered from a lot of imposter syndrome in high school, and I know it's going to happen again. And so I have a pretty vast experience with gender, so we'll see where this takes me in the future. I know this was quite a long video and kind of ranty in some places, so if you like that kind of content, subscribe. If you don't, I guess leave a dislike, and I won't see you later. If you did like it, then see ya, and thanks.